That you should probably be looking a little bit at the camera. I mean,
Okay.
we're looking at each other, but it's important that you not end up with the profile, but just to show your
Okay.
face, just a little bit at least.
Hi viewers at home.
To co, możemy już, tak? Right, so hi.
Hi, and hello to you.
If this was a private conversation, what would you like?
This is a private conversation.
It
There's
is.
there's
So
nobody else
how am I
watching.
supposed to call you right now?
My friends call me Norman.
Okay, so hi Norm, what have you been up to lately?
I have been. I've just been finishing off the summer season in Ibiza and Creamfields and SW4 and Dismal Land. I played at Banksy's amusement park, which is fun. Yeah, this is the last weekend of a very fun, hectic summer.
No. But still, right now, from what I see, you're more of a DJ than a producer. Is this kind of slow, step-by-step road to retirement?
No, well, if it is, it's a long and twisting road to retirement. No, I think I've got to the point in life when I can't do the two at the same time, and I'm more excited about being a DJ than I am a producer. But I think what will happen, the next part of the road is I'll maybe get too old to be out on the road all the time and the late nights, and then I'll probably go back to being a producer. So it's just, yeah, it's kind of the yin and the yang, and doing what's exciting me the most at that particular point. But no, it's not a career path to retirement.
I was a little bit afraid of that, you know.
No.
The last big thing, you may say, as far as producing was 2013, and that was Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat. And I was thinking, if even if you're a DJ right now, more of a DJ than a producer, are there any plans of producing anything new?
Well, I always sort of like tinker. I always have I do odd things here and there, but I'm just not driven in the studio. Like I kind of go in the studio and, well, it's not a studio anymore. It's a laptop, and I sit and I play with the laptop, and nothing really happens. Whereas you know, before I was there'd be just ideas coming out all the time. So I figure if I haven't got a good idea, rather than just beat myself up and go, you must make a record, I figure I'll just go out and DJ a bit more, and then one day, you know, I mean, Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat came out of me DJing, and you know, then next one might be round the corner. It might occur to me tonight, but at the moment, it takes up my whole year being a DJ, and it's what I'm excited about.
But it's not the only kind of switch in your life. I remember talking to you in, I think that was 2 years ago during Orange Warsaw Festival at the stadium in Warsaw. And you said that you actually stopped partying off stage. Like the only party you do is on stage. You turned 50 2 years ago. Does that change your perspective on life in any way?
It makes me, the older I get, the more precious doing this becomes. The more I realise how lucky I am to have been doing it for so long, and the more I relish it, because I think, you know, one day I will be too old to do this. Luckily it's not yet, and looking after myself, not drinking and trying to stay fit is my way of prolonging and cherishing, you know, the DJing career side of it. But yeah, no, I still stick by what I said to you 2 years ago. The only party I have is out on stage.
Is being a dad does being a dad change you in any way? I mean, like, Woody is 15 right now, I think. Does he resemble you in any way from the young years?
Yeah, he looks like me and he acts like me, and he hasn't. He's kind of artistic. He's not like, oh, I want to be a DJ like you. He's like, I want to do something like you, but I can't be a DJ because everyone will just go, oh, you're Fatboy Slim's son. So he's thinking about it. But no, I mean, like I said, no one's noticed the difference in the last 15 years that I haven't suddenly become sensible dad. I'm still embarrassing dad.
In what way?
Well, all the time, my son's just beginning to realise that my job is quite cool. He's just beginning to realise that being an international DJ is actually a really cool job. Because before, he just used to go, oh God, your job, he said, you just play loud noises to drunk people and they shout at you. And I was like, Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, that sums up my job.
You can't fight with that argument.
No. It's a job. It's a job. enjoy it.
I mentioned Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat, and it actually became a big thing after the Calvin Harris remix. And I was thinking, do you feel like a kind of guru for the younger DJs right now? Do you get any kind of feedback like this?
I do. Yeah, I don't feel like a guru, but I do get a lot of respect, and a lot of the younger DJs say you're the reason that I do this, which for me that's really great praise indeed. Yeah, I wouldn't say I taught them anything, but if I was an inspiration, and yeah, a lot of the really big DJs have all come up to me and gone, I was a 12-year-old and I listened to your album. So yeah, for that I'm really proud of that.
It's your third, fourth time in Poland, I think, right now.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, I stopped calling. Yeah. Any impressions?
I think it's more than that.
Yeah. But any impressions about any feelings about coming to this particular country?
The crowd has always been very responsive here. I did a couple of really big festivals where I'm like, oh, how's this going to work? And I'm following a big rock band or something like that, and I'm like, oh, how's this going to work? And the crowd just went crazy. So yeah, and the last one we did in the football stadium, again, I was thinking, what am I doing here? This is it doesn't feel like a DJ show. It felt like a rock gig. But no, the crowd always seems to react a lot. So fingers crossed that's what's going to happen tonight.
I asked you about the younger DJs and so on, about being a very experienced producer, DJ, as a kind of a star. But I was thinking, in the 90s, like there were a couple of other producers and DJs that were totally on top, like you were, in the late 90s, in the early 00s. And I was thinking, did you ever get confused with any other of them? Like, sometimes celebrities get confused with each other, like perhaps somebody mistaken your songs with Moby or something like that?
No, it's an interesting one, that. No, I mean, I used to play an awful lot with the Chemical Brothers, Darren Emerson and Underworld and John Carter. And we would often, there'd be like the four of us on the same bill. And sometimes we used to get confused about which one we were, or which one was supposed to be DJing. And yeah, we would, in our partying days, sometimes we'd get more confused. But no, I'm more likely to be mistaken for either Jimmy Somerville out of Bronski Beat or Bruce Willis on a good day.
We talked about you changing a little bit, but when I even listened to the last things that you made, the 2013 Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat, in 2010 you did an album with David Byrne. You can see your music even changing from what you did at the beginning in the 90s and now in the late 00s. How would you describe that change? In the music, in the dance, in the party music?
I don't know. I think it's sort of. I don't think it's changed at all. There's just less of it these days. Before I would just be banging out tracks the whole time, and now they're. I know. I think if you listen to Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat, that could have been 10 years before. No, it's hard for me to notice a change in my memories, especially when I do so little of it. You can't see a natural progression. I mean, doing the thing with David Byrne, that was great because that was like completely the opposite to what I normally do, and it was really good fun to work with somebody completely different and somebody so clever, and he really is a genius. So yeah, I mean, I think there's possibly a fear of repeating myself, and so I only kind of do things if I think that's something I haven't done before.